This is gonna be like my first ever video response. I've never done one before, so I guess I just felt compelled to say that I understand where she's coming from, and it's not because I ever had anybody tell me I'm to this or to that. I've always been fiercely individual. I always have done my own thing, and nobody ever tried to stop me. But I see it happening to other people all the time, and it bothers me. I think about it, and I know that it happens, and to put it crudely, it pisses me off that people are told what they should be based on their exterior. And I don't think that that's a fair thing to do to anybody. It doesn't matter what your race is, if you're ugly or beautiful or retarded or whatever. Generalizations interfere with individuality, and I feel very strongly that everybody should be encouraged to be themselves and not try to be somebody else. I think for a long time parents haven't taken responsibility as far as helping their children to develop into compassionate human beings. And a lot of people just kind of come out and talk shit about other people, and you know, everybody's reasons are different for doing that, but I believe that a lot of the reason why people do that kind of shit is to try and make themselves feel better. I think that those people are kind of pathetic, and I hate to, you know, be down on anybody, because I don't feel as though I'm better than anybody else, you know, but at the same time I also don't feel like people are better than me. Everybody should be equal, but unfortunately we're not, and we make it that way. I don't understand why anybody has to feel that need to be cruel to others for whatever their reasons are. There is no legitimate reason to be like that to somebody else, whether you know them or you don't know them. I feel very strongly about a lot of things that are going on in our society now and that have been going on. I mean, there's been progress, but there's also been some backsliding as well. I don't know if I can change that, but I like to think that I could. And the fact that I've discovered other people through the YouTube format who want to do that as well is encouraging to me. I'm getting a little off topic here, but you know, the basic idea is that, you know, it's sad to me that Goddess Glory had to deal, and still continues to deal with, people telling her that she's to this or to that. Why even bother telling somebody that? Everybody, there's millions and millions of people in this world, right? Some of them are going to have the same kind of thought patterns, are going to be on the same wavelength as you, and some people aren't. Just accept that. Don't try to change anybody. Either appreciate people for what they are, or move on. That's all. Hopefully people will do that for you as well, in turn. I have a big problem with people who are extremely insecure like that. I have a tendency to tell them, you know, fix yourself before you try to fix somebody else. Because everybody's got problems, you know. Everybody, like, I don't care how sane you think you are, everybody is crazy in some way. Everybody is off their rocker in some way. And it's whether or not you can interact with that person depends on whether or not you can handle their brand of crazy. That's all it is, you know? I mean, I've definitely had people in my life who I thought I could handle their brand of crazy, and it turned out that I couldn't. And it's because they were hurtful. People who feel driven to hurt other people without their consent and their acknowledgement of it, that's fucking shit. If the only reason that you're doing that is to make yourself feel better about yourself, then that's very selfish, and it's, you know, it's an insignificant thing. Why inflict that on humanity? Every person that you do that to causes a chain reaction. And it's good to see people who, you know, can think for themselves totally, see the bigger picture, and recognize that they can be themselves no matter what anybody says. That's good. I mean, I've had people try to change me, and it's like, I'm a very sweet person, but once you try to pull some bullshit, that's when, you know, you've crossed the line, and I gotta put you in your place. So, and people don't like that. People don't want to know the truth about themselves. And, you know, I've lost friends over telling them the truth about themselves. And, you know, it's sad, but sometimes it has to be done. And most people don't have the courage to do that. I'm not saying that I'm like, you know, the most courageous person ever because I can, you know, hold up the mirror. But in some ways, I think the world would be a better place if more people could do that, and the people who have it done to them could accept it as a constructive criticism. You know, telling the truth doesn't necessarily have to be hateful. People take it as hateful because they don't want to know the truth about themselves. They hide from it. There's a lot of topics on my mind that, you know, kind of tie into this particular topic. It's also people who feel the need to tell people that they should feed into a stereotype because of their exterior appearance. I'm a 6-foot-tall Irish broad from Massachusetts with a lot of tattoos. People who don't know me think that I'm dangerous or something. And I mean, I know how to be dangerous if I want to be, but typically I'm a pussycat. If you ask anybody who knows me personally, they'll tell you that I'm sweet and caring and lovable and cute and all these things, but people who don't know me just sort of anticipate that I'm some delinquent. And that's fine, you know, if that's what they want to think, as long as they don't harass me about it. And usually they don't. I mean, I've had people tell me, when I first met you, I felt intimidated, and, you know, but now that I've gotten to know you, I see that you're not intimidating at all. I mean, I can be intimidating. That's something that I've been working on, and I don't really unleash that too much. I can be fucking cruel. Especially to people that I know really, really well. But I only bust that out when they deserve it. Sometimes people just need to be put in their place, period. If you feel you have the strength to do that, then you should, in my opinion. You know, you can take that or leave it, but I don't presume that anybody should actually act the way I think people should act, but I don't know. I see the problems in the world, especially like interpersonal problems with people, and it just bothers me that, you know, people feel like they can just tell somebody what to be or what to do. Some people want to be told what to be or what to do. There's a difference. I don't know. I just, because I'm a really phone's ringing. Hold on. So what were we talking about? We were talking about people being told to be something that they're not, or criticized for not being what people think they should be, and I just feel like that's wrong. Worry about yourself and not about other people first. It's one thing to want to like help people. That's completely valid, and there's nothing wrong with that. Trying to change people to be what society thinks they should be or what you think they should be, that's something else entirely, you know. And for yourself, embrace your individuality, because you are unique. You don't have to be anybody but yourself. It bothers me that so much of media and society, you know, tries to get you to be something that you're not. It's just sad. So embrace your individuality, embrace other people's individuality, and don't hate on people just because they're not what you want them to be. Because it's just like art. Art is very subjective. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and so on and so forth. Just be yourself and allow other people to be themselves and encourage other people to be themselves. And that's a step in the right direction for everybody. And that's all I gotta say about that. Peace out.